Hello, and welcome again to First United Methodist Church, Mason City, Iowa. Today is Veterans Day, so to honor those that are serving presently in our armed forces, or have served, or have even given their lives for freedom for America, I'd like to give the background on the history of America's military anthems. Armies have used music to rally troops in battle since biblical days. During the American War for Independence, boys too young and men too old to fight often played the fife and drum for the Continental Army, using music to signal commands as well as to boost soldiers' morale. A particular tune might direct troops to cease fire or to reload their rifles. While music rarely has such a practical use on the battlefield today, each branch of the U.S. Armed Forces proudly maintains its own anthem. On Veterans Day, the fascinating stories behind each military anthem are worth knowing. U.S. Army. The official song of the U.S. Army, "The Army Goes Rolling Along," wasn't officially adopted until 1956, but it was written in 1908 by an artilleryman in the Philippines, First Lieutenant Edmund Gruber, whose relative Franz Gruber wrote Silent Night, wrote it as the caisson song, and the original lyrics were reflective of his artillery position. Before it became the official song of the Army, it was the anthem of U.S. Field Artillery Corps. In 1917, famous military composer John Philip Sousa turned the song into a march. The famous chorus goes, "First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along." U.S. Navy. The official song of the Navy, "Anchors Aweigh," was originally written to cheer on the Naval Academy's football team. Lieutenant Charles A. Zimmerman became the bandmaster of the Naval Academy Band in 1887 and started a tradition of writing a march for each graduating class. In 1906, a few members of the class of '07 approached Zimmerman and asked him to write a football marching song. At the organ in the Academy's chapel, Zimmerman and Midshipman First Class Alfred Hart Miles wrote the song, which was played at the 1906 Army-Navy football game. The Naval Academy's team won for the first time in several years. Midshipman Royal Lavelle later wrote the song's final stanza. The second stanza, beginning with the title verse, "Anchors Aweigh," is the most famous. "Anchors aweigh, my boys, anchors aweigh. Farewell to foreign shores, we sail at break of day. Through our last night ashore, drink to the foam until we meet once more. Here's wishing you a happy voyage home." U.S. Marine Corps. The oldest official song of a U.S. military branch, the Marines' hymn has an unexpected history. The tune of the now famous song was first performed in an 1867 version of Jacques Offenbach's opera Geneviève de Brabant. Although the author of the song's lyrics is unknown, many believe he was an officer in Mexico during the Mexican War. The well-known first line, "From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli," refers to U.S. Marines' involvement in the Battle of Chapultepec during the Mexican War and in the First Barbary War in northern Africa in 1805. The song became the Marines' official anthem in 1929, and today every member of the Marine Corps memorizes all three stanzas. The full first verse reads, "From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land, and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean, we are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. U.S. Air Force. In 1938, just 12 years after the U.S. Army Air Corps was founded, Generals Oscar Westover and Henry Arnold determined that the new branch needed an anthem and announced a contest in Liberty magazine seeking song submissions. The winner would receive $1,000, and his song would become the official song of the Air Corps. Arnold requested and received a submission from celebrity composer Irving Berlin, but the judging committee rejected Berlin's composition. Just before the competition's deadline, young aviator Robert Crawford and his wife appeared with a song he'd written on a flight from Connecticut to New Jersey. Although the committee's policy was to receive written manuscripts, the chairwoman of the committee agreed to listen to Crawford sing it, since he hadn't brought a written copy. The song was quickly approved and was performed for the first time by Crawford at the National Air Races in Ohio in 1939. During the Apollo 15 mission to the moon in July 1971, the crew brought the first page of Crawford's original piano vocal manuscript to the moon in Crawford's honor. Here's the iconic first verse. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sky. Here they come zooming to meet our thunder. At 'em now, give 'em the gun. Down we dive, spouting our flame from under, off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame or go down in flame. Hey, nothing will stop the U.S. Air Force. And the U.S. Coast Guard. Semper Paratus, which means always ready, is the motto of the Coast Guard as well as the name of its anthem, and has been its official motto since 1910. 12 years later, in 1922, Captain Francis Van Boskirk wrote the lyrics while on his cutter off the coast of Savannah, Georgia. In 1927, Van Boskirk was stationed in Unalaska, Alaska, and wrote the accompanying music. Alf Nannested and Joseph Fournier, two dentists, helped him compose the score on what the Coast Guard maintains was probably the only piano in the whole long chain of Aleutian Islands. The beat-up piano was lent to them by a fur trader's wife, Mrs. Albert Clara Goss. The chorus of Semper Paratus reads as follows. We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. Through surf and storm and howling gale, high shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus is our guide, our fame, our glory too. To fight to save or fight and die, I, Coast Guard, we are for you. I'd now like to play a medley of the five.